Eldridge Hollow was a town lost in time. Nestled deep in the mountains, it was a place where shadows stretched long and secrets ran deep. The townsfolk whispered of a darkness that clung to the hollow. It was a darkness that had seeped into the very foundations of their lives. Generations had come and gone under the oppressive weight of its presence. They always spoke of the Whittaker House, perched high on a hill overlooking the town. The house stood as a stark reminder of the evil that had poisoned the hollow. It was a malevolent entity, they said, trapped within the decaying walls of the old mansion. The Whittaker House was a testament to decay. Its once grand facade was now scarred and weathered, a canvas for time and neglect. The windows, like vacant eyes, stared down at the town below. They seemed to watch, to wait. Locals told tales of strange lights and sounds emanating from the house. They spoke of shadowy figures moving within its darkened halls. Children were warned to stay away. Even the bravest souls avoided the house after sunset. The house was a festering wound on the landscape. It was a physical embodiment of the town's darkest fears. No one dared to disturb its slumber. I was different, drawn to the unknown, to the mysteries that lurked beneath the surface of everyday life. I had heard the whispers, the hushed stories of Eldridge Hollow. The tales of the Whittaker House both terrified and fascinated me. I was a student of the paranormal, a seeker of truth in a world that often dismissed the unexplained. I believed that some things could not be explained away. Some things I knew lurked just beyond the veil of perception. The Whittaker House called to me, beckoning me to unravel its secrets. Waiting for my next move. As I ventured deeper into the house, I began to uncover fragments of its tragic past. Each step I took echoed through the empty halls, a reminder of the lives that once filled this space with laughter and sorrow. Old journals, filled with faded ink and anguish, spoke of a family torn apart by greed, madness, and betrayal. The pages were brittle, yet they held the weight of countless untold stories, each more harrowing than the last. I discovered hidden rooms, their walls adorned with strange symbols and disturbing murals. These symbols seemed to pulse with a life of their own, as if they were trying to communicate the house's dark secrets to me. The house, it seemed, was a repository of pain and suffering. Every corner, every crevice whispered tales of despair and loss. The broken furniture and decayed walls were silent witnesses to the tragedies that had unfolded here. It was a place where darkness had taken root and flourished, feeding on the despair of those who had perished within its walls. The shadows seemed to move, almost alive, as if they were the spirits of the past, forever trapped in this forsaken place. I could feel the weight of history pressing down on me, suffocating me with its suffocating embrace. The air was thick with the emotions of those who had lived and died here, making it hard to breathe, hard to think. I realized that the stories were not merely tales to frighten children. They were the echoes of real events, real people, whose lives had been consumed by the darkness that still lingered in every corner of this house. They were echoes of a terrible truth that the house had been desperate to keep hidden. The hidden doors and dusty attics were not just physical spaces, but metaphors for the secrets buried deep within the walls. But I was determined to bring that truth to light, no matter the cost. With each discovery, I felt a growing resolve to uncover the full story, to piece together the fragments of the past, and reveal the house's darkest secrets. My flashlight flickered, casting grotesque shadows that danced along the walls. I stumbled upon a hidden room tucked away at the end of a narrow hallway. The door creaked open, revealing a small chamber illuminated by a single dusty window. In the center of the room stood an antique vanity mirror, its silver tarnished with age. As I approached, I felt a strange pull, a compulsion to look into its depths. I hesitated, a sense of foreboding washing over me. But curiosity, as always, got the better of me. Panic surged through me, a cold sweat breaking out on my forehead as I realized the gravity of my situation. The house seemed to close in around me, the walls pulsating with a malevolent energy. Every shadow seemed to move with a life of its own, whispering threats and promises of doom. I knew with chilling certainty that I had to escape. The air was thick with an oppressive force, making it hard to breathe, and my heart pounded like a drum in my chest. I had to get out before whatever evil resided within those walls claimed me as its own. The very thought sent shivers down my spine, and I could almost feel the icy fingers of the unknown brushing against my skin. I ran blindly through the darkened corridors, my flashlight a beacon in the suffocating darkness. Its beam flickered, casting eerie shadows that danced on the walls, making the house seem even more alive and sinister. The floorboards groaned beneath my feet, threatening to give way at any moment. Each step was a gamble, a test of whether the ancient wood would hold or send me plummeting into the unknown depths below. The walls seemed to close in, suffocating me with their icy grip. It felt as though the house itself was alive, a sentient being intent on trapping me within its malevolent embrace. Finally, I burst through the front door and into the cool night air. The sudden change from the stifling interior to the open night was jarring, but I welcomed it with every fiber of my being. I didn't dare look back. The fear that something might be chasing me, something unseen and malevolent, drove me forward with a desperate urgency. I ran until my lungs burned and my legs screamed for mercy. The adrenaline coursing through my veins was the only thing keeping me going, pushing me to put as much distance between myself and that accursed house as possible. The memory of the ghostly figure in the mirror haunted my every step. Its hollow eyes and twisted smile were etched into my mind, a constant reminder of the horrors I had narrowly escaped. I had escaped the Whittaker House, but I knew that its darkness would forever linger in the recesses of my mind. The experience had left an indelible mark on my soul, a scar that would never fully heal. Eldridge Hollow remained shrouded in its secrets. The village, with its foggy streets and ancient houses, seemed to hold 1,000 untold stories, each more terrifying than the last. I never returned, but I carried the chilling memory of my encounter with me always. It was a constant companion, a dark shadow that followed me wherever I went, reminding me of the night I faced the unknown. I knew that some doors are best left unopened, some mysteries better left unsolved. The Whittaker House was one such mystery, a dark enigma that was better left in the shadows. The Whittaker House stood as a stark reminder that some places are forever bound to darkness, haunted by whispers in the dark. Its presence loomed large in my memory, a testament to the horrors that lurk just beyond the veil of the ordinary.